Welcome back to It's Broccoli Time. Today we're going to be looking at the Beyblade card game. This is a 2003 card game from Decipher. There's very little information about this card game online, so I'm going to attempt to document as best I can. There are no available card lists for these two starter decks. They are fixed cards in each deck, so I will make sure to kind of disseminate this information out so that others will know what is actually in these. The only starter deck exclusive cards are the 5 foils that it mentions on the front, which is 1 Beyblade card and 4 other foils. The rest of the cards in the deck, 60 card deck, are available in the booster packs. So there is no videos that I could find online that has both of these decks in the same video. So this will be a first. So let's go ahead and let's dig into these. This covers, I want to say, the possibly first and second season of the Beyblade anime. So if you're watching anything more recent than that, it's not going to be in here. Sorry. So let's go ahead. We'll set starter deck 2 off to the side, and we will open up starter deck 1. Now, I did look over the basic rules on how to play. I will not get into that in this video. This is not a how to play video. I can make one in the future if there's interest. I will mention a couple of the game mechanics while we're looking at the cards. There is one card in each deck that really I don't think should be in there because there's a counter for it, but they didn't put the counters in the actual deck, so that's kind of crazy. So nothing left in the box. We got a tray, has the rule book. It's got a very simple way to play and a more complicated way to play. I played this with my 7-year-old and did the easy way, so I can at least kind of talk a little bit about that. We've played like 1 or 2 games. So we got that. We have obviously the paper mat that talks about where to put cards, where are cards, what are cards. So you see discard pile, deck, spin pile, battle pile, test area. So it's got some interesting mechanics that I'll mention while we're looking at this. So here's the deck. So starter deck 1 is Tyson's Beyblade, the Dragoon. This is one of the foils. They give us a nice handy pull tab here. Alright. So nice. All the foils are on top. So we got Kenny, Raspberry, Grandpa, and Adoring Fans as our foils. The rest of these, like I said, can be found in booster packs. So let's take a look at this real quick. I'm not going to go over everything, just go over the basics. So across the top, we have like our battle edge. If there's one of these symbols, that means it's kind of where your attacks or defense are going to be, depending on whether you're on the offense or defense. I'll go through that here in just a second. This here is what's called your spin value. It's basically your health. When you start the game, you take the top however many spin you have and put it under your Beyblade, and that's your hit points. Every time you take damage, you lose 1 spin. And there's cards to gain spin, lose spin, all that fun stuff, but not in the basic rules. And then we see this color pattern down here, red, yellow, green, blue. This is the order that you play cards in. So we will see that it has all of those colors in this deck. So what happens is whoever's turn it is will play a card first. Say I play green. And then if we look at our color pattern, the next color is blue. Your opponent can respond with a blue card. And if they respond with a blue card and you want to, you have to use a red card. And then they have to use a yellow until you guys decide to stop using cards and then figure out your attack. So, like if we had this here, if your opponent played this, you would line these up, and there is 1 matching edge right here. So that would mean that they'd take 1 damage because you're on the attack. If they were on the attack, you would take 1 damage. That's kind of how that works. There is the red dot ones means if you're on the offensive, this counts as an icon. If you're on the defense, you act like it's not there. And conversely, if there's a hollow one, it counts as an icon if you're on the defense, but it does not count if you're on the offense. So that's pretty much the game. Let me get these all right side up, and then we'll take a look at them, shall we? Come on. Where's the other? All right. All right. So we have, like I said, Dragoon, which is Tyson's Beyblade. And this little icon here, this little diamond, means that it's a starter card, starter exclusive card. And we'll see that on Kenny and on Raspberry. We have Grandpa and Adoring Fans. That's into our starters. Now, I forgive me, while I look these, the rarity symbols up. The rarity symbols are... Okay, sorry for the jump cut. Here we go. We have the diamond is a starter, 3 is a common, 4 is an uncommon, 5 is a rare, and 6 is an extra rare. And circle is 4 promo cards. So that is the rarity for these cards. Pretty easy to remember, even though I didn't. So looks like we're going into our commons here. The Roar of the Crowd, Lunch, Take Charge Strategy, No Way, Digging In, Slammed into the Wall, Exhausted, Gathering Steam, Force of the Dragon, Sprained Ankle, Digging In Again, Training Regimen, Tearing It Up, Digging In, No Way, Miss Kincaid, Force of the Dragon, Reflect on Your Loss. This card almost looks like it should be the other way around for the art, but it's not because he's in a reflecting pool. Another Roar of the Crowd, another Exhausted, Take Charge Strategy, Gathering Steam, Lunch, Tearing It Up, Force of the Dragon, Sprained Ankle, what does it say? Dunga. I'm sure a couple Beyblade people are just screaming at their screens at me. Sorry about that. Roar of the Crowd, Force of the Dragon, Miss Kincaid, Exhausted, Training Regimen, Reflect on Your Loss, Training Regimen, Lunch, Exhausted, Tearing It Up, Sprained Ankle, Take Charge Strategy, Roar of the Crowd again, Gathering Steam, I was going to say Storm, another Dunga, No Way, Training Regimen, Miss Kincaid, Loop Back Around, No Way, Lunch, Tearing It Up, Dunga, Take Charge Strategy, Sprained Ankle, Gathering Steam, Digging In, and Dunga. Alright, so I didn't see it. I wasn't paying close attention. There is one card that's in both these decks that is just completely bonkers. It should be in both decks. If it's only in one, that makes it even more bonkers. It might just be in the other deck. That's crazy. Okay. I will show you when we get to that card. So that is starter deck 1 with Dragoon, which is Tyson's Beyblade. Pretty easy enough. The set is pretty small at 130 cards. It is, 30 cards per color with 10 Beyblades. So for a Decipher set, it's not that bad. I got 4 or 5 foils in my one booster box that I got. So, and I think I got 2 booster boxes. So I got a lot of the foils already. So I might buy like 1 or 2 more boxes to try to see what I can get. Same thing. Rulebook. Playmat. Okay, so I need to mention this too. These are really cool. This is something, and this is way before Magic the Gathering and the Unset got a hold of this. In the booster packs, you will find these stickers. And you can fix them on any card around the border. So if we see like this card here, no. This card. We see this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot. There are actually like something like 42 different sticker patterns, and you can get different sticker patterns in one sticker pack, one sticker card with each booster pack. So those are pretty cool. But those also, I didn't get all of those, so it's going to be annoying to track down sticker cards. And I know the recent unset has stickers as well, and you can do crazy stuff with stickers, but this is 2003. We're not talking about the latest unset. So, all right, what do we got here? Need to remember to keep it on the camera. We have Dranzer, Kai's Beyblade. Spin of 6, same color wheel. Kind of different attack pattern, defense pattern. All right, what are our foils here? We have Miriam. Coming back for more. Feigl. Coming in fast. Those are our foils. All right, next we have Zigzag Move. Might of the Phoenix. The other one had Might of the Dragon. Digging in. Lunch. Picking up speed. And upside down cards. Here we go. Whirlwind Defense. Gathering Steam. Miss Kincaid. This is the OP card that I was talking about. Going over the data. It has the entire top row on its battle edge. That means regardless of what your opponent has to pick how much damage he's taking, because you get every single marker. Now, what's crazy is in the actual booster set, there are 2 different colors that have completely blank battle edge, which would completely negate this card. But Starter Deck 1 does not have that card, or any card. Neither Starter Deck has a completely blank battle edge. So this card here is rather nasty when it comes out. Excuse me. Exhausted. Bad Company. Outclassed. Slammed into the wall. Might of the Phoenix. Miss Kincaid. Digging in. Going over the data. Whirlwind Defense. Outclassed. Lunch. Picking up speed. Might of the Phoenix. Clever Tactic. Bad Company. Miss Kincaid again. She must be pretty good. You may remove this character instead of taking 1 hit. Yeah, I guess that's why it's in both decks. And there's a really weird mechanic. I don't remember exactly how it goes. Basically, you say, on the playmat, it said test area. So you say, I want to play this card, please, please. And if your opponent comes up with a card of the next color in the color pattern, and it matches up with one, I forget how many icons or whatnot, you cannot play that card. So it's really kind of hard to bring stuff into play if your opponent just completely wants to shut you down. But then they have less cards to play for offense and defense, so it's kind of a trade-off. Gathering Steam, Digging in, Clever Tactic. Just leave me alone, okay? Boy, we've all had days like that, haven't we? And that's quite a strong card too. Then we have Picking Up Speed, Going Over the Data. See, there's 2 of them in this deck. That's just crazy. Whirlwind Defense, Slammed into the wall, Loop back around, Miss Kincaid again, Whirlwind Defense. Oh, I missed a card. Picking Up Speed, Just leave me alone, okay? Going Over the Data. Okay, there's 3 of those. Come on now. Outclass. That's why I thought there were 1 in each deck, because I saw enough of them. Digging in, Loop back around. Might of the Phoenix. Just leave me alone, okay? Clever Tactic. Zigzag Move. Loop Back Around. Clever Tactic. Bad Company. Exhausted. Lunch. Loop Back Around. Just Leave Me Alone Okay, and Bad Company. So that is Dranzer, which is Kai's Beyblade. So there you have it. Both of the starter decks for the 2003 Beyblade card game. Both starter decks, again, these are fixed starter decks, so you don't have to worry about trying to get multiples. And they're playable right out of the box. I could sit down, sleeve these up, and start playing right now. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.